podcast begins with a striking claim. Soldiers in Vietnam allegedly saw flying demons through red night vision goggles. According to the hosts, multiple gunners panicked mid-flight, opened fire, and some were later honorably discharged due to trauma from these sightings. This clip presents this story completely deadpan. No jokes, no disclaimers, giving the appearance of a straight, factual report. This combination of shocking claims, military context, and deadpan delivery has made the segment go viral. But how much of this story is based in reality, and how much is modern myth? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, or if it's your first time here, welcome to the channel. My name is Andrew, and today we are revisiting a topic that I visited last year. Probably right around this time last year. We're talking about the red vision or red phosphorus night vision goggles. Again, the only reason I'm bringing this up is because for some reason YouTube has seen fit to flood my algorithm with videos of people talking about this and portraying it as if they were real. Red phosphorus night vision goggles were never actually a thing. They never existed. People are just making this up. So we're going to get into it. I did trace this all the way back to the beginning, and leave your guesses down below as to where these things began. I will tell you later in the video, but suffice it to say, it was a hive of scum and villainy where the story first began. So go grab yourself a snack, grab yourself something to drink. In this case, Bubblicious Ghost. The greatest. It's the greatest. Can't even Just crack it open. Whew. And it's ice cold. My goodness. Oh, that'll put hair on your nards for sure.
So good and tasty.
Let's get into it. Before we get into it, though, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let me know down below what you think of this. Let me know where you think these stories began. Like I said, it is a hive of scum and villainy. Let's get back into the script here. The story is compelling, terrifying even, and it's easy to see why viewers would believe it at first glance. This clip comes from a podcast called Ninjas Are Butterflies, produced by Sunday Cool. The show is generally considered a comedy podcast. However, this particular segment contains no laugh tracks, no humorous asides, and no signals that this is satirical. Without context, it's understandable why viewers might interpret the story as factual. This is a classic example of how deadpan comedy and narrative delivery can inadvertently contribute to the spread of misinformation.
But speaking of independent journalists, have you guys heard that thing about the night vision goggles?
No.
In Vietnam?
I heard the color. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Explain this to me.
This is weird, dude. So, you know, night vision now, it's green.
Yep.
You know.
Yay.
But in the Vietnam War, the night vision goggles that they were issued were red light.
Okay.
And like multiple people in the U.S. military that were using them were seeing what they're reporting as flying demons.
Ooh, stop.
And so there's an instance where they're flying these helicopters in Vietnam. It was a safe zone, no hostility. And then the gunner in the back just started shooting. And the pilot's like, "What are you shooting at?" And all the other helicopters are like, "What?" And they start shooting.
They all saw the same thing?
This guy, he was like panicked and he's like sweating and like it looked like he was like seeing a demon.
Yeah.
And like, "What are you shooting at?" And he's like, "The demons." And like apparently this giant winged demon creature was like flying at him. And then people on the ground in the jungles that were using it, they were also seeing like these demonic looking, freaky looking creatures. And so the military banned those night vision goggles.
What?
And they replaced them with green light.
After seeing the segment gain traction, I wanted to track down where the red phosphorus night vision goggles narrative started. The earliest mention I could find was on Reddit.
You will never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy.
Of all places, it began on Reddit. From roughly 3.8 years ago, this post appears to be the canonical origin, and it looks like several videos and channels have since taken the story and run with it. For context, these other channels spreading this story include Wartime Stories, a storytelling platform covering everything from the Giants in Kandahar to werewolves on the battlefield. I expect more mentions will continue to pop up in my feed over time. Adding fuel to the fire are the comments. Across platforms, viewers have repeated the story as if it were true, claiming personal experience or relaying secondhand accounts. Some notable examples account. Back in the early 90s, we had a couple of pairs of the old red ones. Yes, you will see some wild stuff. Some older Vietnam pilots said it was either demons or heat signatures. Supposedly the chemical in those goggles was first designed to prove that the human body emitted an aura that could have been seen in spectrums. They weren't hallucinating. The red light lets you see through the veil. The goggles used diacetyl. It allows you to see the spectrum just past the red that we can normally see. Notice the pattern here? Commenters mix technical sounding terms like diacetyl and aura chemicals with dramatic, almost cinematic war stories. The combination of pseudo-technical language and anecdotal claims is exactly what gives this viral myth the appearance of legitimacy.
And it's like, okay, if the military, and like apparently a lot of these dudes were what do you call it? Discharged, but
Honorably.
PTSD.
Yeah.
Honorable discharge
Yeah.
for PTSD.
because they were shook to the
Yeah,
core of
I
everything
mean-
that they saw with these goggles on.
Shell shocked.
Yeah.
So now I have a question. Did the bullets work?
That
'Cause
was
I
my
thought it was just
follow-up.
prayer.
Yeah, I don't
for
know.
for my peace of mind.
Well,
Now, let's analyze the claims from the podcast directly. Night vision is now green, but in Vietnam, night vision goggles were red light. To fact check this, red night vision goggles never existed. All first and second generation night vision from World War II through Vietnam used green phosphor. Green phosphor is easier on the eyes and more sensitive to human vision and provides better contrast. There is no historical or military record of any red phosphor goggles issued to combat troops. Soldiers were seeing flying demons. There is no documented evidence supporting demon sightings. Pilots and gunners can perceive shapes and movement in low light conditions, particularly under stress and fatigue. Night vision technology can also produce visual artifacts, which may be misinterpreted under high stress combat situations. Military banned red goggles and replaced them with green. No official records indicate any red goggle ban or that they even existed. Night vision goggle development naturally continued with improved green phosphor and better image intensification technologies. We actually even have white phosphor now, and I've heard stories of blue phosphor, but I've never seen any evidence of blue phosphor. But if you would ask me what I prefer, having used night vision goggles in airsoft, I would definitely say green because it's usually just the cheapest option. But the white vision, from what I've used in video games, looks better. So that's just saying it's in. I've only ever used white in video games. I have used green night vision in airsoft games, and it's definitely a thing. You're just looking through cameras basically at that point. But
I've looked into it a little bit because I heard the same thing. But what they argued against it is that they were putting stuff inside the chemicals in the goggles that were
Oh,
the
they're
chemical was
tripping.
literally leaking, and so they were literally tripping or
interesting.
having some type of like it was a hallucinogenic drug. And
chemical was literally leaking a hallucinogenic drug. This is false. Night vision goggles rely on phosphor screens to convert light into visible images. There is no hallucinogenic component involved. Claims about chemicals like diacetyl caused hallucinations trace back to paranormal pseudoscience in the 20th century, not military research. On another note, another channel came up in my research. It was called Night Operations. From what I can tell, they had comments about red phosphor night vision or just red night vision. They don't actually have red night vision. What they sell, they're a retailer advertising on YouTube. Basically, what they have is a green night vision scope with thermal built in, and you can cycle through colors on the thermal page. So you can have red thermal, which is absolutely a thing, but not red night vision. To understand why the red goggle story is impossible, let's examine how night vision goggles actually work. There's an image intensifier tube that converts incoming photons into electrons. So incoming light particles into electrical, basically. Phosphor screen displays these electrons as visible light. In all historical night vision goggles, these screens were green phosphor. Infrared illumination. Some night vision goggles use IR light to boost low light.
Bravo 6. Going dark.
Night vision goggles amplify visible and near infrared light. There is no technology that allows night vision goggles to perceive metaphysical entities or demons. Reports of strange shapes or shadows are explained by optical artifacts, stress, and environmental conditions, not paranormal phenomena. In another video that came up in my research from a content creator named Gabriel explored this story and highlighted the psychological and physiological factors that make such myths believable. According to their breakdown, extreme stress and sleep deprivation in combat can produce hallucinations. Soldiers under these conditions may see shapes, shadows, or figures that seem supernatural. Common phenomena, including seeing shadow people, hearing voices or music that isn't there, and the Hatman effect, all documented with sleep-deprived individuals. Trauma can cause long-term damage to the brain function, hyperarousal, and susceptibility to auditory or visual hallucinations. Gabriel emphasizes that while the Red Foss narrative is false, the underlying experience of stressed, sleep-deprived soldiers are real and serious. This reinforces why misinformation combining fear, pseudo-technical terms, and dramatic storytelling can seem credible. So why does this myth feel believable? Stress and combat fatigue. Soldiers under extreme pressure often misinterpret visual cues. Sleep deprivation, fear, and adrenaline can create hallucinatory experiences. Folklore influence. Tales of spirits and demons in combat echo cultural storytelling. Humans naturally look for patterns, especially in life or death situations. Deadpan delivery. The podcast's lack of humor or disclaimers gives the appearance of legitimacy, even though the content is fictional or speculative. Returning to the comments, diacetyl dye is real. Historically, it was used in the early photographic filters and for aura visualization experiments by Walter Kilner in 1911. Paranormal enthusiasts claim it allows users to see auras or other planes of existence, but there is no evidence it was ever used in military night vision. And claims about bullets taking multiple rounds to hit a demon or recovering bodies are anecdotal and unverified. They belong to folklore, not history. If you want another video on this, like I said, I did a video on it last year. I will link it in the pinned comment. It goes deeper into the myths. I did even a little storytelling of my own in that. So you can look that up if you want to. The viral clips look real. The comments appear credible, but the story is modern myth. Deadpan delivery, viral sharing, and blending of technical terms and dramatic anecdotes make misinformation easy to believe. Always verify your sources, especially with sensational claims about secret military technology or the paranormal phenomenon. So thank you guys for checking out the video. If you want, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know down below what you think of the red night vision phenomenon. It's just garbage, in my opinion. It's just people took a Reddit story and are running with it, and it went viral. That's it. That's about all I have to say with it. I have no need or want for that kind of misinformation, but it is what it is. It's out there. People are going to keep going with it. Like I said earlier, I'm getting, whatever reason, they creeped back in my algorithm feed. And my algorithm has been kind of flooded with more and more videos of the red phosphor night vision. So it is what it is. I'm sure I'll keep getting them here for a while, but it's whatever. Anyways, guys, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching the channel, and I will see you next time.